joins me now. So, Paul, what are these buses doing? They're just sitting around?
Thanks for having me on. We have 8 electric buses that need some parts. So we have a little bit of a breakdown in part of our fleet.
So how long are you going to wait for these parts?
Well, you know, this isn't my issue now. I'm a recovering politician here locally. It's the town issue, and they're working on it. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, but I think it kind of illustrated the way that we're kind of operating these days, that we're looking for that shiny, bright object. You know, we all got to go zero emissions with battery-powered buses.
Today, Canada is in a position to raise our climate ambition once again. Our new climate target for 2030 is to reduce our 2005 emission levels by 40 to 45%.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now today we're tearing apart the absurdity of electric buses and the madness of net zero in the automotive industry. If you're not subscribed yet, hit that button and enable notifications so you will never miss the madness we encounter in the automotive space right here. Now, let's talk about net zero, the environmental extremism that got governments on a mad dash for EVs. But is it really a solution or just a very costly charade? There's never been a serious cost-benefit analysis because, truth to be told, the benefits are close to zero while the costs are astronomical. I mean, China and India will keep burning coal, but the West is on a mission to reduce emissions to zero. Does the planet really need saving? It's been here for over 4.5 billion years. Instead of a gradual approach, we're hurtling towards a net zero cliff. How about an incremental improvement like natural gas vehicles? Nope. Fossil fuels are a no-go for the net zero activists.
How dare you!
So what's the result? Electric buses, of course, a complete sham. Now, the last time we reported on Edmonton's 60 million electric bus fleet, and that only had 16 of 16 buses in operation. That's more than half of the fleet off the road, stalled, can't move, inconveniencing an entire city. Proterra, the American company behind these buses, filed for bankruptcy. A super efficient claim, but in reality, these buses are struggling in northern Alberta's chill with a ride range worse than some electric bikes. Even with combustion engines, you use a lot more fuel during the winter to keep the heater running. So imagine an EV, much less a 40-foot or a 60-foot bus. But here's another saga. Jackson, Wyoming joins the electric bus committee. 8 electric buses broken and crying for parts. A former Teton County commissioner even admitted they should have gone for natural gas buses, considering the county's abundant natural gas all around the area. But thanks to net zero, they're stuck with the laughable electric nonsense. Let's take a look at this video right here.
Joins me now. So, Paul, what are these buses doing? They're just sitting around?
Thanks for having me on. We have 8 electric buses that need some parts. So we have a little bit of a breakdown in part of our fleet.
So how long are you going to wait for these parts?
Well, you know, this isn't my issue now. I'm a recovering politician here locally. It's the town issue, and they're working on it. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, but I think it kind of illustrated the way that we're kind of operating these days, that we're looking for that shiny, bright object. You know, we all got to go zero emissions with battery-powered buses before they're really been proven out. And it's kind of sad because we are sitting next to a county that has the largest field of natural gas, and natural gas buses sure should have been considered when we were looking at options here in Teton County.
Well, that's common sense, and we got rid of that a long time ago in this country.
Yes, we did.
So are people now using regular buses? Are they walking? Are they riding around on unicycles? What's happening?
Well, I think there's the answer is we still have a majority of our fleet is our diesel buses, and so we had those as backup. It's the shoulder season here, so we got a little bit of a reprieve. Ski season will be around the corner, and then there'll be a huge demand for buses. But they got to come up with another solution. I hope they'll look at a more practical approach and rely on the natural gas that Wyoming's famous for in terms of the extraction industry. So. You know, it'd be good for not only Teton County, but also telling the rest of the state that we support them in terms of their continued extraction of natural gas.
How much did these electric buses that are now broken down cost?
They're $800 to $1 million a piece, but they were subsidized by the federal government. So,
oh, you mean by us, by the taxpayer? So we paid for the broken down buses.
Yeah, thank you.
The more things change, the more they remain the same. Now, President Biden signed off on this purchase with his EV initiative, as you can see in the article here. And it says, Proterra might have seemed a solid company when the buses were ordered. It enjoyed financial support from federal taxpayers, as well as praise from President Joe Biden. The bipartisan infrastructure law provided more than $5.5 billion for low and no emission buses, each costing around $1 million each. In 2021, Biden participated in a virtual tour of the company. The fact is, you're making me look good, the president said at the time. Biden went on to discuss a plan to build 50,000 charging stations with federal support. That's more taxpayers' money. Let's take a look at a piece of the virtual tour that took place at the time.
Thank you for your commitment to electrifying commercial vehicles and your commitment to the development of American technology to do so, and the commitment to American jobs as relates to combating the climate crisis. This is incredibly consistent with Proterra's mission. Our mission is to advance EV technology to deliver the world's best performing commercial vehicles. And we're incredibly proud to be an American company, and we're incredibly proud that our technology was developed here in America. So Proterra has 3 businesses, and they're all centered around the design and manufacturing of these battery packs that you see here. These battery packs are built at our plant in Los Angeles with 85 United Steelworkers. We take these battery packs and we put them into transit buses. We're the #1 builder of electric transit buses in North America. We've sold over 1,000 of them. And as a matter of fact, there's 16 of them in your home state of Delaware.
I know.
Some in Wilmington, and some in Wilmington, some in Dover.
Yep.
There's also 14 right outside the White House in Washington, D.C. And Mr. Mayor, there's 30 of them in the state of South Carolina, with many of them being right here in Green.
It's over 22 minutes long. I won't be able to play all of it, but you get the drift. And like I said, the more things change, the more they remain the same. It was never thought through. And remember, that very same company, Proterra, filed for bankruptcy. Last month, the electric bus manufacturer that supplied START, California-based Proterra, filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The Jackson Hole News and Guide reports that the last of the electric buses went out of service 2 months ago, and some of the broken buses have been awaiting parts for months. And this article was printed on September 26, 2023, and it's when its electric fleet will be running again, so they're left out in the cold. Again, it's not surprising to me because I've done a lot of videos on art and read a lot of articles where so many startup companies who tried to join the electric initiative faded and went belly up, as they could not compete with the legacy automakers, because the legacy automakers knows exactly what it takes to have vehicles up and running. And electric vehicles uses a considerable amount of raw materials to even build the batteries, so to start, not to mention all the other components to go along with it. And as you can see, this company going out of business means the loss of jobs, the loss of incomes, families are going to be affected, and the list goes on. When will it end? Maybe our politicians will know. Who knows? Now, is there a silver lining? Net zero all or nothing approach might be its downfall. We can be confident it won't happen overnight. It's just a matter of how long it takes for our narrow-minded governments to figure it out. Now, that's it for today's episode. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.